What's up, boys? Got some more NHL for you guys today over on Prize Picks. Prize Picks, my favorite place for some player props, whether that's NBA, NHL, or a different sport. Highly recommend signing up for Prize Picks. Use code DOMG when you guys do go ahead and sign up to match your first deposit 100% up to $100. I personally use it all the time, and yeah, definitely recommend joining. It's available in most states and Canada, so yeah, let's go ahead and hop straight into this though and talk about some player props. Yesterday was a very, very good day. So we were 3-1 in the video yesterday, 4-1-1 on the Patreon yesterday, so pretty good. Hit pretty big last night, so it was pretty awesome. The two favorites, I believe, hit as well. Because I said Evander Kane under 3.5, especially in the video. I was like, that's my favorite one. Right off the bat, put it on the Patreon early, and that one smacked. He had 0 shots on goal, I think he finished the night with, and we had him under 3.5, so that was awesome. Evander Kane, thank you for being horrible. But, yeah. I think it's pretty much all I want to talk about in the beginning of the video. Just make sure you guys like the video and subscribe. It seriously does help me out when you guys do those things. Turn post notifications as well. That helps me out as well. But yeah, hoping to continue a streak here. Let's get a good thing going here. But if you guys are just enjoying the Patreon, the link is in my description. You guys can get NBA and NHL in a package, or you can just do NHL. Or just NBA if you guys want to do NBA. But also, it's at the end of the month though. So if you guys sign up right now, it's going to charge you now and on the 1st of March. So be aware of that. So just kind of be careful with that and just make sure you're aware of that. Otherwise, just sign up for the 1st of March on March 1st if you guys are interested in joining that. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it though. Always tailor everything at your own risk. Don't go off a direct. This is what I say because a lot can change from now in game time. I usually submit my entries a little bit later just in case some things kind of come up. I mean, maybe Tavares is out tonight somehow or something. I don't know. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop into this though and talk about. I got 4 of these for you guys here. But yeah, yesterday everything hit. Vander Kane under 3.5, Leon Draisaitl under 3.5, Jeff Skinner over 3 shots on goal, and then Connor McDavid did score a goal. That was the one I said I was very, very skeptical of. That was my least favorite day, and that one did not hit. So let's go ahead and talk about these though. Hoping for a 4-0 day. Let's start off with Jeff Carter here. Probably one of the more. This is a really, really good looking one right here, in my opinion. But it's one that is not favored by the odds. But I like everything else about it. So he's a -116 to go over. I believe he's also like a -116 to go under, from what I saw. But 59% this season. He has hit 7 out of his last 10 games and is 3 for 3 versus the New Jersey Devils, with 4 in his first matchup, 3 in his second matchup, and 3 in his third matchup. So he's consistently hit against his New Jersey Devils team, and I'm expecting him to hopefully do the same again today. He is coming off a one-shot game, which is kind of not great. You kind of want to get the guys on a hot streak like this, 6, 3, 4, 5. But he did kind of slack a little bit against Carolina. But we'll take a look at this here. So averaging 3.8 shots per on goal in his last 5 games here. So 4 out of 5 hit rate. Let's take a look at this matchup here. So Pittsburgh here playing at home against the New Jersey Devils. So let's take a look though at the shots allowed per game and see where the Devils rank here. So the New Jersey Devils here, where are they at? So they're right here. So I'd say they're kind of a little bit on the harder side, but not really. Kind of in the middle there, I'd say. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. They're the 12th toughest at allowing shots. So it's kind of a middle of the road matchup. Not super tough. It's not top 10 hardest matchup, but it is 12. So it's not that bad. He has hit 3 out of 3 times against the New Jersey Devils this season. So that's part of the reason I'm liking Jeff Carter a little bit over 2.5 shots on goal. All right, let's take a look now at some other props here. Let's take a look at Michael Bunting under 2.5 shots. So Michael Bunting, I like a little bit on the under here. So the thing is, he is on kind of a hot streak, which is not really what we like for taking unders. But 2, 2, 3, 4, and 3. So he's kind of barely hitting that over there. But he's going against Minnesota tonight. So 2.8 average in his last 5 games here. If you take a look more into this prop here, he's a -156 to hit this under. He's hit 36% of the time this season. He is 4 for 10 in his last 10 games. And he only had 1 in the last matchup against the Minnesota Wild, and that was December 4th. So kind of be a little bit aware of that. But playing at home tonight against the Minnesota Wild. Let's take a look here at shots allowed that the Wild are allowing. So the Wild are actually allowing a good amount of shots per game, which is not what we want to see for an under. This is probably my least favorite of the day, I'd say. But the odds are heavily in this guy's favor. -156 looks pretty damn good for this under, but odds don't always mean it's going to hit. I mean, for sure. But yeah, he's also kind of on a hot streak, like I said. He's hit his last 3 games, so definitely my least favorite of the day, but it's one that's heavily favored. So I thought I'd kind of throw this one in the video. All right, let's take a look now at another under. Actually, we got the rest unders. I didn't realize I had 3 unders on here, so sorry for you overstands. I know a lot of people like the overs, but I think NHL is pretty good for unders in my opinion. So, but the last one is not going to be shots on goal. It's going to be a saves category on the under. So let's take a look though at Roop Hintz on the under 3 shots on goal. I like him a little bit on the under here. So, yeah, he's pushed twice in the last 5 games, missed twice in the last 5, and hit once in the last 5. So if we take more of a look at this though, he's 33% at hitting this season. He has hit 1 out of his 8 last 10 matchups. So he's pushed twice, and he's 1 for 8 in those other 8 games. So he had 3 in the first matchup versus Nashville, and he had 1 in the second matchup versus Nashville, which was on February 9th. So yeah, it's a pretty good look for the under on this one for Roop Hintz, and there's a shot that he pushes. I don't think he grabs 4 shots on goal. I think that's kind of crazy for Hintz, but we'll see. There has been crazier things that have happened, but you never know. Let's take a look, though, at Dallas game here. So Dallas here is away versus the Predators. So let's take a look at this here. So what are the Predators allowing for shots on goal? And it looks like the Predators are... Where's Nashville? So they are right there. So kind of in the middle, a little bit on the easier side. I don't know. It's kind of around there. Yeah, kind of... Yeah, I don't know. Probably like on that 14th range. 14th easiest matchup. So kind of the middle of the road matchup for Roop Hintz here. So I kind of like it here. He's at 1 out of his 8 last 10 games. That's kind of crazy. I'm liking this a little bit on the under. I don't really know why they bumped this. The odds are a little bit favored for him to go over 2.5, but I really don't see that happening. I especially don't see him getting 4 shots on goal. So always tail at your own risk, though. Only play anything you guys are comfortable with, obviously. So let's take a look, though, at our last player prop here. It's going to be a save. So we're going under the saves category here, goalie saves. Let's take a look at Peter Mrazek. I probably butchered that name. I suck with names. I'm sorry. I just always have. But a guy who's been on a cold streak here. So has not hit very many times in his last 5 games here. So kind of be a little bit aware of this here. So misses 4 straight times. But it's not really a thing that's in his control per se. It's more about how many shots on goal the Minnesota Wild have. So kind of take that into account. But he's only played 10 games this season. So he's a minus 126 to go under. And that's at 27.5. He's at 28.5 on prizepicks. So that's really good odds right there. He's 2 out of 10 this season. He's only hit this twice. And that was against the Red Wings and the Chicago Blackhawks, I do believe. So he's only hit 1 time at home, which is 1 out of 4. So 25% in home games, 20% total this season. So it's a really good look. There has only been 10 games, but still, man. Averaging 24.6 saves in his last 5. I'm liking him a little bit for the under here. We'll see how this goes, though, against the Minnesota Wild. We'll take a look at this game. So playing at home against the Wild here. We're looking at shots per game, not shots allowed per game. So what I'm looking at, okay, I'm sorry. I completely screwed up here. We're looking for Minnesota here. Shots against Toronto. Okay, so I screwed that up the first time. Probably have to clip that out. Probably have to do a little bit of editing here. But yeah, so it's one of the, it's kind of middle of the road matchup here. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, they put up the 12th most shots per game. So they're averaging 32.54. But there's, I mean, shots allowed per game, though. We take a look, though, at Toronto and how many they're allowing per game. And Toronto is allowing about 30.6 shots per game. So assuming he lets in more than 2 goals, I mean, he might be able to hit this under. I actually do like this a lot for Mrazek. I definitely butchered that name. I'm sorry, Peter. To go ahead and hit the under here. So that's what I got for you guys today. If I had to rank these props, I'd probably say Jeff Carter might be my favorite, even though the odds really aren't in his favor. And then, I don't know, Peter and Hintz look really good to me, too. Hintz just has so many numbers that are kind of in his favor. It's just the odds aren't really in his favor. But, and then Peter has the odds in his favor, so I don't know. It's definitely an interesting slate today for NHL, but there is quite a bit that I am definitely liking. So, yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for today's video, man. I seriously do appreciate you guys watching. Again, if anyone's new, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn your post notifications. Those things will help me out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.